what's up, you guys? This is Rob from Guy Plays, and we are back with another installment of Rob Reads You Shit that you don't want to have to read for yourself. And let me tell you, I could not have thrown on a face fast enough. I was like, I just saw the link to this and I was like, what is going on? I started like scrolling down and I was like, holy shit, this is major. Now, for those of you guys who don't want to wait for the point of this whole thing and just want a quick TLDR, basically, DE is going to change the mastery ranks to a whole bunch of weapons, and from everything that I've seen so far, fucking buff everything under the sun. Legitimately, I was scrolling down the list and I saw nothing but buff, 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 buff. So for those weapons that you might have liked but didn't necessarily feel that were super effective, you might want to stay tuned, because legit, everything that I've seen in this post so far is increase this, increase that. So I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited, so stay tuned. This is probably going to be a little bit of a long video because there are a lot of things. Like every fucking like ranged weapon, I think it's like every main primary weapon has gotten some love. So let's go ahead and just jump on in. Take aim 10-0. While our team has been reading and listening to feedback on Friday's post regarding Warframes, our weapons designer has been just as hard at work on some changes coming to many of Warframe's weapons. This might be the longest list in Dev Workshop history, so we'll give some quick explanations and let you unspoil Control F your favorite weapons, melee plus beam weapons currently not included, to see what's coming. Why? Well, we are revisiting weapons and adjusting their stats to fit into some mastery rank grouping guidelines based on DPS and critical status split totals. Some general notes. Some weapon crafting costs will be revisited. I'm too hyped for this. This is what's happening. And PoE resources will be used if it makes sense to better integrate a mix of resources into the game. Not noted here are beam weapons. They should be ready soon, but we are revisiting them to be more like they used to be in terms of damage instances over time, but with a fixed fire rate. Fire rate mods and their effects are still being determined. Okay, so they're looking to do something with beam weapons. I hope they fix status on beam weapons. I hope beam weapons really shine, because, you know, especially the status beam weapons, they've been hurting a little bit. Conclave weapon damage has not yet been touched, will be done once changes are all set. We calculate DPS based on sustained DPS, which also takes critical and status values into account, so our values may be different than yours. For those of you in the Riven market, please be aware that these stats will not affect Riven dispositions. Player popularity / usage stats will continue to be a metric for that. So what are these mastery rank grouping guidelines? We sketched out mastery rank groupings of 0 to 3, 4 to 6, 7 to 9, 10 to 12, and 13 to 15 for each weapon type, with a minimum DPS and amount split between crit and status for each group. Using existing stats, weapons were sorted into groups. If their stats were too high for their current mastery ranking, it was raised along with any other properties to match. Lots of raise that we're seeing. Example, Tiburon. Its damage places it into the mastery rank 10 to 12, but its crit stats splits way too low. Mastery rank is increased along with status and critical chance to match its new mastery rank, increasing status and critical boost to its damage, so it's reduced down to fit back into the mastery group guidelines its original stats dictated. So they're going to increase its status and critical boosts. Okay, that's cool. Well, we'll take a look at how this all plays out. The end result is a high-performing popular weapon stats remain untouched outside of being placed into their intended MR group, and the rest of the weapons are brought up to equivalency. Nice. Additional notes. Projectile-based and low fire rate weapons were given more crit and status allowance when appropriate. Some outliers exist that don't either meet or exceed their mastery rank's allotted DPS and crit status split allowance because of the additional properties and or features. Example, Grakata exceeds crit stat splits but is extremely inaccurate. Strun Wraith DPS is lower than its mastery rank group, but it has 4 stagger on hit and high status chance. Free weapons like the Dex series have been given mastery rank values to match their stats. We know these are grandfathered inventory regardless of mastery rank, it's just for consistency. Alright, so after recording for like 30 plus minutes, I decided that me reading you the entire list of all of these things is a little bit too like over the top. So I figured that I would go ahead and kind of like highlight some of the things that I know a lot of people care about, the weapons that are the most popular and that people like are really getting a feeling about, and it's still gonna be a long video, I'll tell you that right now. But what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to leave a link in the description box below to the actual article itself. So if there are any weapons that you have strong feelings on that you really need to see for yourself, we'll go ahead and see it on this list. And I'm going to be scrolling through this list on its own, so you'll be able to kind of catch something as we fly by. I'm going to skip through most of Mastery Rank 0 through 3 because I don't think that really anybody cares about that. But as we go through, we do have some interesting changes with the Prisma Tetra. The Mastery Rank has increased from 4 to 6. The damage has increased from 35 to 38. Status chance has increased from 10% to 24%. Decreased recoil while aiming and increased accuracy while aiming. This makes me really excited because this could potentially be a halfway decent status weapon. Strip off some armor, you know what I mean? Maybe apply some different statuses. It could be pretty damn good. The Bratton Vandal is also another one that I wanted to talk about. Not the Bratton Vandal. We're skipping that one, and we're going to go to the Bratton Prime. But first, we got ourselves the Hema. Hema, the damage has increased from 45 to 47. The critical chance has been increased from 77.5 to 11%. So we got some damage buffs. But the interesting part is no longer requires or consumes rifle ammo. Are you just running off of blood? Is that what's going on here? Because I don't like, I need to see this in action. This is my baby, so please don't fuck it up, DE. They improved the projectile trail effect, so maybe we can get more semen effects. You know how I like that? Now the Attica, I know some people are a fan of the Attica. The Mastery Rank has increased from 0 to 7. The critical damage has increased from 2 times to 3 times, but the damage has decreased from 125 to 80. So legitimately, this is going to be one of those ones that we need to playtest to see whether it comes out on top. But I know that a lot of people have like critical chance and critical damage ribbons for this one. So this might be a big positive for some of those people out there who've managed to wrangle in those stats for your ribbons. Now moving on, we do have the Stradavar, and this one I'm definitely hyped up about. Status chance has increased from 5 to 12% on the auto. And critical chance has increased from 15 to 24% on the auto. So I'm all about that because that auto needed some love. Now the status chance has increased from 15 to 16% on the semi-auto. And the critical chance has increased from 20 to 28% on the semi-auto. Decreased the automatic recoil. Nice. Very, very happy overall for the Stradavar. I'm going to have to play with that one because it's one of those ones that I've wanted to be a thing for a long time. And hopefully now it can be a thing. The Carrack Wraith. I know some of y'all really like this one. So I'll read this for you. Mastery Rank is increased from 0 to 7. Damage increased from 30 to 31. Status chance increased from 15 to 25. That's a good number. That's a good number. Critical chance increased from 5% to 13%. So Carrack Wraith getting some love overall. Bratton Prime is one of the ones I needed to see. Mastery Rank is increased from 0 to 8. Status chance is increased from 20 to 26%. Nice. Critical chance increased from 10 to 12%. No, so nothing super major, but a little bit of a boost to the status chance, which would be nice. Which would be a nice thing to play around with. We've got the Dare of Vandal. The damage is increased from 31 to 32. Mastery Rank increased from 4 to 7. Status chance increased from 15% to 30%. Alright, now we're cooking with fire, Dare of Vandal. Critical chances increased from 5 to 8%. Reload speed is increased from 2.37 to 1.8 seconds. Yes, yes, yes. But they did add a very slight recoil, which, I'm going to be honest with you, kind of worries me a little bit because Dare of Vandal has always been really, really accurate. So please don't fuck it up for me. And we're going to move on to the Harpack. Increase the damage of the Harpoon secondary fire from 50 to 100. Change the Harpoon damage type from 100% puncture 40 to 40% impact, 50% puncture, and 10% slash, whatever. Added 17% status to the Harpoon. Added 20% critical chance to the Harpoon. Added a 2.3 times damage to the Harpoon. Nice. Status chances increased from 10% to 17%. Critical damage is increased from 2 times to 2.3 times, and they improved the primary fire's projectile trail effects. Cool, cool, cool. Gridlock. This one looks good. Mastery Rank has increased from 5 to 7. Damage increased from 120 to 187. Critical damage increased from 2 times to 2.5 times. Mag size increased from 6 to 9. Reload speed increased from 2.1 seconds to 1.7 seconds. And increased accuracy while aiming. I have a ribbon that's been sitting in the wings, and I don't know why I haven't deleted it or gotten rid of it, but now we know. Jesus has spoken and said, get your ass that Grinlock Riven and start rolling it. Gorgon Wraith. I know some people like these ones. I don't understand, but you know what? It's cool. Gorgon Wraith, status chances increase, mastery ranks increase from 3 to 7. Status chance increase from 15 to 21%, nice. Critical chances increase from 10 to 15%, nice. Critical damage increase from 1.5 times to 1.9 times, nice. And the ammo capacity has been increased to 900. Increased accuracy while aiming. So all of you Gorgon Wraith lovers out there, whip that thing out. The Parasis, we're gonna skip over the Grikata and we'll get to the Prisma Grikata because I'm sure that's what everybody's using. Parasis, mastery rank is increased from 6 to 7, damage is increased from 30 to 33, increased accuracy while aiming, decreased recoil while aiming. Didn't have to do too much to this one, you know, it works. Now, I'm gonna read off all of the Latron ones because I'm gonna be honest with you, I never understood the Latron, but some people really love it, and I've played around with it, and I never get into it, but I don't know. For those Latron lovers out there, mastery rank has increased from 0 to 7, damage increased from 50 to 72, but the critical chance has decreased from 25 to 20. Don't know what it means. I've tried it. Well, I know what it means. The base damage goes up, so it's more consistent damage, but still, I don't know because I could never get into the Latron series. So let's see. Panthera is in there. Status chance increased from 20 to 24%. Critical chances increased from 10 to 12%. So it's a nice little buff, nothing too crazy. And the Baza goes from 2.8 times to 3 times, which is nice. It won't offset my OCD as much. Now we get into the juicy bits where we talk about the Tenora. The damage is increased from 23 to 24. Status chance increased from 15 to 16%, not major. Critical chance increased from 25 to 28%, always nice. Increase the speed to reach max fire rate and accuracy from 25 rounds to 16 rounds. Yes! Always makes you feel good inside when you got a good ribbon for a good weapon and you're like, oh, we got a buff, even better. Let's see. Buzzlock, mastery rank increased from 9 to 11, increased projectile speed for primary and secondary fire, decreased recoil while aiming. Fine. Now, this one I'm really interested in, mainly because of the fact that I love burst fire weapons. You guys know I'm feeling burst fire weapons left, right, and center. And the burst on Prime, I love the way that it works, but it just doesn't have enough ump. So hopefully we get some ump. Mastery rank increased from 0 to 12. Status chance increased from 15 to 30%. Critical chance increased from 5% to 18%. Damage, critical damage increased from 1.5 times to 1.8 times. Damage decreased from 39 to 36. Listen, I will trade 3 points of base damage for like double the status chance and more than double the critical chance. I will take that. I'm happy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Tiburon fans out there, y'all speak up in the chat because for me, I'm not super hyped up about it, but I want to know what you guys think. Mastery rank increased from 4 to 10. Status chance increased from 2.5 times to 16%. Nice. Critical chance increased from 5% to 26%. Critical damage increased from 2 times to 2.4 times. And damage decreased from 60 to 44. Now, the thing is, it really looks like they're pushing this to be a critical weapon with the boost of the critical damage and the critical chance. So we're going to have to see how it actually performs out there in the field. Now for the Gorgon fans, you know you guys have options. You have the other version, now you have the Prisma version. Mastery rank increased from 4 to 10. Status chance increased from 5% to 15%. Critical chance increased from 15 to 30%. That's like Soma territory right there. Critical damage increased from 2 times to 2.3 times, which is definitely nice. Damage decreased from 25 to 23. That's 2 points of base damage for like double the critical chance and even more critical damage. So why not? I'm excited. Prisma Grikata, alright. Damage increased from 11 to 15%. Status chance increased from 20 to 21. So not too much that they had to do there. But still, base damage increased. Not bad. Not bad at all. Now, Latron Prime, again, for the Latron lovers out there. Mastery rank increased from 0 to 10. Damage increased from 85 to 90. Nice. Nice. Okay. Status chance increased from 25 to 26%. Critical chance increased from 15 to 22%. Critical damage increased from 2.5 times to 2.8 times. I might have to try out the Latron Prime again because it seems like it's just increases all over the place. And I'm hoping that the Latron Prime, you know, comes to play. Now, this one's really interesting. The Talos Boltor. It's actually had its status chance increased from 7.5 to 16%. The critical chance increased from 5% to 30%, critical damage increased from 2 times to 2.4 times, and damage decreased from 50 to 30. So really, they're pushing this one to be another, like the critical version of the Boltors. Very, very interesting, and nice too, because if you think about it, the status chance has had a little bit of a bump to it, but at its core, I think at the same time, it gets the nice buff that comes from the AoE. So you get the AoE damage, and then you also get some extra boost in critical damage. Definitely something I'm going to have to check out. Now, the Zenith, I don't think really too many people care about this because you don't really get much, but they have boosted the status chance by 4%. The Supra. You know what, we're going to skip the Supra. Y'all can see the buffs on the Supra. We'll talk about it on the Prisma Supra, okay? But you can see right there, Supra's getting some love. Supra's getting some love. The Zoog, nothing even going on with it. They're like, hey, listen, Zoog, we just gonna make you Master Rank 10. We're gonna call it a day. Cool. The Boltor Prime. Mastery rank is increased from 2 to 14. Status chance is increased from 10 to 24. That's sizable, y'all. The critical chance is increased from 5% to 20%. So is this thing, the Boltor Prime is actually a really nice balance now. It's got some status, it's got some critical, but it did have its base damage decrease from 55 to 44. I'm not sure exactly how I feel about the trade-off completely, but you know what? In practice, I think that 11 points of base damage for some major increases to its supplemental stats, even though on paper it won't look as good, I think its performance will actually just go start smashing. Now we're at the Super Vandal. This is what you guys came here for. I know you super lovers out there, and everybody who has a Super Ribbon is about to rejoice. Well, you might have to re-roll some of them, but you'll rejoice. Mastery rank is increased from 10 to 14. Status chance increased from 5% to 22%. That's good. That's good. Critical chance increased from 2.5% to 20%. Critical chance from 2.5 to 20. That's very good. That's very, very good. Critical damage increased from 1.5 times to 1.8 times. They've increased the projectile speed. They've increased the accuracy while aiming, but they did reduce the base damage from 45 to 36. I think for all of those supplemental stats, it's a good trade-off. Opticore, everybody's like, girl, you fine. Sis, you fine. We just gonna make you from a 6 to a 14. Everything's good. Now for the Ferox, the critical chance has increased from 30 to 32%. Not crazy. Critical damage increased from 2.5 to 2.8 times. Okay, cool. And the mastery rank increased from 7 to 14. Whatever. Alright. No, everybody cares about the shot. Everybody has feelings about certain shotguns. I don't care about the Dragoon. I do want to mention the Comb, because they added some decent critical buffs to it, from the critical chance, from the critical damage increased to 2.3 times to the critical chance increased to 11. But I'm like, couldn't we have gotten like a little boost to its status chance so we could get that 100%? That's the only reason why I want to mention it. You know, like 100% status chance on the Comb. Could we? No? Okay, maybe not. So let's go ahead and move to the Sobek, because I know everybody loves the Sobek. I personally hate the Sobek. However, I might love it after this change, and I'll let you know which one it is specifically. The status chance is increased from 15 to 27. I could get down with that. Lots of love. Critical chance increased from 10 to 11%. I got that too. But this is where it shines. Reload speed increased from 4 seconds to 2.7 seconds. That might actually make it usable, because the reload speed was utterly painful. It killed my soul. Ascilla, girl, you fine. 7 to 10, mastery rank, you done. Strun Wraith, mastery rank increased from 0 to 10. Damage increased from 30 to 40 per pellet. Critical chances increased from 15 to 18%, and the critical damage is 2.2 times from 2. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. You guys know I love me some Strun Wraith action. Sanctity Tigris, the status chance increased from 25 to 28, which off the top of my head, I can't remember if 28 will actually get you 100%. I think it might get you right under 100%, because DE is a tease like that. Boltor Prime, though, I am very excited about, because the mastery rank has increased from 2 to 12, but the damage has increased from 23 to 40%. Oh no, from 23 to 40, not percent. There's no percent on that, but that's per pellet. 23 to 40 per pellet. That's almost doubling the damage. I am down for that. Arcoplasmor, mag size has increased from 6 to 10, which is nice. I'll take any buff that I can get. So we got the launchers. All of these are kind of like lovely in their own beautiful, wonderful way. The turret has increased fire rate, increased reload speed from 3 seconds to 1.7 seconds. Nice, because that reload speed was a bit of a pain. The projectile speed goes faster, improved projectile trail effects. Nice, we get everything prettied up. Toncore, this one, y'all are going to have to call me on because I haven't used it in ages, but they changed the projectile life from 3 seconds to 1 second after the first bounce. I lost the love for it after the momentum changes, you know, like the way that it kind of bounced all over the place. That was the spirit. I know the damage and the critical stuff kind of hurt it, but we'll see. Maybe it'll be better performing after this. Now the Scourge. I know that some people are definitely a fan of this one, and the damage has been increased from 30 to 70 on the primary fire, so get down with that. That's a nice change. Ogress, you people who love the Ogress are crazy, but they did give you more ways to kill yourself. They've increased the charge speed from 0.8 to 0.3 seconds, and they increased the fire rate, just in case y'all want to die faster. Just saying. The Tsar, the status chances increased from 20 to 29%. Critical chances increased from 15 to 17%. They've lessened the effect of the gravity on the projectile. I'll have to see that in game. Improved the projectile trail effects of the bomblets after the initial explosion. Nice, because I ain't trying to die. You know how it goes. Javlock, the mastery rank is increased from 6 to 7. The damage increased from 185 to 230. Now, I'm going to let you guys know right now, if you guys have not played with the Javlock since release, it's actually gotten a couple buffs since then, so I highly suggest trying it out. Whip it out, play with it again, see how you feel about it. Because they have increased the reload speed from 2.2 times to 1.9 times. So they've given you a lot of reasons to really play around with the Javlock. And then the Secure Penta, I'm not really sure if anybody cares about that one too much, but the status chance has increased from 10 to 26%. The critical chance has increased from 10 to 26. Damage decreased from 375 to 300, probably to make up for the critical chance. And the ammo capacity is decreased from 30 to 28. That one hurts just a little bit. I feel like I didn't. Oh, I feel like I didn't read. I feel like I didn't read something, but we'll move on because I probably did, and I'm just crazy. So we're gonna skip over some of the lower level stuff and move on a little bit higher. The one thing that I did want to point out here, which I thought was interesting, is the Despair. They've increased the mastery rank from 0 to 4. The status chance is increased from 2.5 to 16%. Critical chance increased from 2.5 to 16%, and the critical damage increased from 1.5 to 1.6. Damage increased from 55 to 58. I feel like they're trying to make Despair a little bit more viable, at least to kind of like match up with the Hate and the rest of them, because they did get a touch up, and the Despair's kind of been lagging through all of it. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the Kiku Prime. Damage increased from 32 to 36. Status chance has increased from 15 to 28%. The critical chance has increased from 2.5 times to 6 times. Nobody cares about that. But the critical damage has increased from 1.5 to 1.8. It's really the status chance that everybody's going to go gaga over for that 28%. I wonder, we'll have to see, especially with some of the Rivens out there, because I think you could push that to 100% very, very easily. Let's see, the Twin Viper and the Twin Viper rates. I'm not sure if anybody's too hyped up on that, but they got a little bit of a buff. Nothing too major. Let's move on to, y'all, why do y'all like the Angstrom? Let's talk about this. Direct impact damage increased from 175 to 200. Status chance increased from 10 to 22%. Critical chance increased from 5% to 16%. Ammo capacity decreased from 30 to 18%. So that means, you know, you're really crazy carpet bombing, not gonna happen so much anymore. Now the Azimuth, which is a login reward, mastery rank increased from 5 to 6. Status chance increased from 10% to 16%. Critical chance increased from 10 to 16%. The Azimuth actually hasn't been that bad. It's one of those weapons that kind of like, it's like if you had a good Riven for it, it could be like damn well powerful. So it's definitely one of those things that you guys maybe should reassess after this. And they've adjusted the firing animation, which I have no clue what that means. Callstar, y'all are still crazy, but I'm gonna read you this because I know some of y'all are nuts like that. But mastery rank is increased from 4 to 5. Changed contact damage from explosion to impact. Added guaranteed knockdown to contact damage. Contact damage increased from 175 to 200. Radial damage increased from 200 to 300. So if y'all really have a death wish, this is your weapon. Status chance increased from 10% to 19%. Critical chance increased from 5 to 17%. Y'all really trying to die today. Critical damage increased from 2 times to 2.3 times. Ammo capacity decreased from 30 to 12. A little bit painful to be honest with you. Improved projectile effects of bomblets after the initial explosion. Added recoil, decreased accuracy. It's evil. That's all you need to know. Let's see. I don't really feel like any of these. I think Axomani might be worth talking about. Mastery rank increase from 6 to 9. Status chance increase from 5 to 8%. Critical chance increase to 20 to 24%. Not really worth talking about, but we do have the Pox. Mastery rank increase from 6 to 9. Damage increase from 55 to 77. Yes! Yes, Pox! Yes! Improved projectile trail effects. Can we make you more seamany, please? Panthera. Okay. Why do I'm just seeing decreases? What's happening? Damage increase from 76 to 86. Okay, so got a boost in base damage. Status chance decreased from 15 to 14%. Not a big deal. Critical chance decreased from 30% to 26%. Ooh, they took Panthera down a notch. Critical damage decreased from 2.5 times to 2 times. This one's gonna take some testing to see if that base damage really helps it or hurts it. Because I don't know. That one I'm a little bit back and forth about. Let's see. Stubba? No, we'll scooch past that. Lex Prime, everybody's fine with this one. Fusali mastery rank increased from 5 to 7. Ammo pool decreased to 72. Here's the thing about Fusali. It deals some serious damage. So the ammo pool decreased. I feel kind of bad for that one, but it's still pretty goddamn powerful. Let's take a look at this. I'm trying to scroll through to see if there's anything that really kind of makes this better. But I don't feel like the Axe Jagra. I know some people like that. Converted to burst fire that fires 2 rounds simultaneously, so that way it'll have a little bit better status chance, so it won't be split. Status chance increase from 20 to 28%, might be worth playing around with. Critical chance increase from 5% to 6%. Mag size increase from 24 to 36. Nice, that's not bad. Twin Gricradas, the mastery rank is moved from 0 to 9, so they're fine with that one. Talons. At your explosive weapons, I'm not even sure if you guys really even want me to talk about those, but the status chances increase from 10 to 26%, critical chance increase from 5 to 22%, critical damage increase from 1.5 times to 2 times, multi-shot now spreads additional projectiles horizontal only. I don't know how I like this horizontal spread. I kind of like them a little bit clustered, so that might kind of hurt it. The Prisma Angstrom. Why do y'all want to do this to yourself? Direct damage increase from 175 to 200. Status chance increase from 10 to 26. Critical chance increase from 5 to 18%. Critical damage increase from 2 times to 2.2 times. Ammo capacity decreased from 30 to 18. So hopefully if you didn't stop yourself a little bit earlier, it would stop you now. Now we do have the Magnus, but I feel like everybody uses the Act Magnus, but you know what, listen, if you're trying to do a single-handed Magnus, mastery rank has been increased from 4 to 10, so you know it's gotten a boost. Damage increase from 45 to 84! What? Damage increase from 45 to 84? That's gotta be a misprint, DE! Status chance increase from 20 to 25, what? Critical chance increase from 20 to 25. Reload speed increase from 2 to 1.6 seconds. Where are you? I mean, I guess it went from Mastery Rank 4 to Mastery Rank 10, so I understand, but damn! 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 I don't think I even have a single Magnus. I think I use it to craft my Act Magnus, but I might have to make one now. Sakura Dual Sestra, nobody cares about that one really. Act Magnus, okay, let's see how this compares. Status chance increase from 20 to 22%, okay. Critical chance increase from 20 to 22%, alright. Damage increase from 45 to 84%, still, damn. Mastery rank increase to 12. Ooh, reload speed decreased from 3 to 3.4 seconds, so it's actually going to take a little bit while to reload. They're trying to push us to use the Magnus a lot, aren't they? That's what I'm feeling right now. Fire rates decrease. Well, we gonna have to try out that single Magnus and see what happens there. Spirit Prime, the mastery rank is increased from 3 to 10. Damage increased from 47 to 60. Nice. Status chance increased from 10 to 14%. And the critical damage is increased from 2.5 times to 3 times. Wow. That might actually be worth using now. Dual Toxicist. Okay, what do you got for us? Mastery rank increased from 8 to 11. Damage increased from 70 to 75. Okay, status chance increased from 35 to 37. DE. D. Frenzy buff on headshot can now be refreshed while active. But they did reduce the frenzy buff duration from 6 to 2 seconds, okay? That might be a little steep. I'll meet you at the way I had, like 3 seconds. Can we do that? Boltor Prime. Mastery rank increase from 3 to 10. Status chance increase from 20 to 22%. Critical chance increase from 20 to 22%. Critical damage increase from 2 to 2.4 times. Nice. Reduced aimed recoil. Okay. Damage decrease from 70 to 66. I mean, the critical damage is pretty sickening on that one, so I don't know. We'll have to see. Telos Act Bolto. Mastery rank increase from 6 to 11. Status chance increase to 29% from 12.5. Nice. Critical chance increase from 10 to 13. Who cares? Damage decrease from 50 to 47. The status chance might just win it for that one. For like any armor stripping, for anything that comes along with it, that might be good. Vacor Marelock, they're like, you're fine, baby. Axolotl Prime, you're fine. Nell, the Nell buff also adds 20% status chance. Okay, that's good. That's nice. Dex Spheres, just because it's an anniversary weapon, okay? Mastery rank increase from 5 to 10. Status chance increase from 20 to 28. Critical chance increase from 10 to 14. We might have to do that. That might be a thing, okay? Zocti, mastery rank increase from 6 to 10. Got it. Sancti Castanas, mastery rank increased from 6 to 10. Damage increased from 115 to 300. Status chance increased from 15 to 34. Critical chance increased from 10 to 23%. Critical damage increased from 1.5 to 2 times. Increased speed of projectile. Deployed damage radius increased from 2 meters to 3 meters. Multi-shot now spreads ammo projectiles horizontal only. Ammo pool decreased from 30 to 12%. I mean, some good buffs and some not so great buffs. Some debuffs. Lado Prime. Oh my god, I thought I was gonna scream. I thought that it's a decrease. I thought that they said decrease. I thought they said decrease, but no. Mastery rank increased from 6 to 14. Damage increased from 37 to 48. Holy shit. Yes. Lex Prime, mastery rank increased from 4 to 14, and you find Lex Prime, mastery rank increased from 8 to 15. Ballistica Prime from 7 to 14. Really? 7 to 14? Like maybe 10. 14? Really? Maybe 10. I don't know. So we've got the shotgun secondaries now. I'm going to skip over like the lesser, the ones that people don't love as much, but they do have the Brack, which is a fan favorite. Status chance increased from 15 to 17%. Critical chance increased from 15 to 17%. Nothing too insane there. The Mara Detron, though. Damage increased from 30 to 32. Cool. Status chance increased from 20 to 32. Feel it. I felt myself. I just felt myself have a moment there. What? Status chance increased from 20 to 32%. Okay. Critical chance increased from 5 to 8. Nobody cares about that. Did the basic Detron? Yeah, the basic Detron got a little bit of a buff too. Damn. My body had a moment. And Bronco Prime, did we do anything to make us want to use this anymore? Mastery rank decreased. That's right, D. Decrease it from 11 to 10. That's right. Critical chance increased from 2.5% to 6%. Whatever. Now we'll move to the snipers. Everybody's got their own team, though. Some people like the Snipetron, okay? Damage increased from 175 to 180. Status chance increased from 10 to 12%. This is why I don't care about it. Alright, Rubico. Mastery rank increased from 5 to 6. Status chance increased from 5% to 12%. Critical chance increased from 25 to 30. Okay, Rubico lovers. Okay, you got something to work with there. Snipetron Vandal. Status chance increased from 15 to 16%. Critical chance increased from 25 to 28. Whatever. Volcar Wraith. Damage increased from 250 to 273, and mastery rank increased from 0 to 7. I only read it because there was one line. If there's only one thing that we could get out of this, is how much I hate the Volcar Wraith with all my heart and soul. So I don't even care if you're using Lanka. I don't care if you're using the Rubico. I don't care if you're using Vectus Prime, because we know hashtag Team Vectus Prime all day, every day. But the Volcar Wraith lovers, Go home. Get out of here. Lenka, mastery rank increase from 7 to 10%, or from 7 to 10. Quick shot damage increase from 100 to 200. Projectile speed increase. Okay, projectile speed increase is good for the Lanka. I like that. Vectis Prime, mastery rank increase from 3 to 4. Damage increase from 325 to 350. And critical chance increase from 25 to 30%. Yeah. Okay, hashtag Team Vectis Prime all day, every day. All right, Paris. We're gonna skip that one because nobody cares about that one. We got the Dread, mastery rank increased from 0 to 5, and the charge speed increased from 1 to 0.5 seconds. That's a nice one. That is a fucking nice one. I really appreciate that one a lot. Mutilus Ceranos, does this make me want to use you at all? Does this make me want to use you? Mastery rank increased from 5 to 7. Charge speed increased from 1 to 0.5 seconds. And status chance increased from 45 to 49%. We're going to have to see. I'm going to see if I love you more. Mastery rank for the Paris Prime is increased from 4 to 8. Charge speed has dropped down to 0.5 seconds. And charge shot increased from 200 to 260. Okay, I see you. Now the Daikyu, everybody loves themselves a little bit of Daikyu. We got some Daikyu fans out there. Mastery rank has increased from 0 to 10. Physical damage has changed from 20% impact, 60% puncture, and 20% slash, now to 30% impact, 40% puncture, and 30% slash. The charge speed has increased from 1.75